Hey folks, it's Nick Granville. Welcome to Guitar Daily. So today I thought I'd just play a little bit and kind of discuss a few things that have kind of been on my mind lately to do with playing guitar. Let's get a little more juice on that, eh? Yeah, so that was a little bit of the John Scofield tune called I'll Take Les. It's really become a standard in my set now. We play it all the time. I love playing that tune. It's really simple. It's really an R&B tune built off two things. You have these octaves, right? And it's just that round. Alright, and then there's a chord to link you in. And the B section is a D7 sharp 9 to a G. It's pretty cool, it's fun. It's, it's like, it's bluesy, it's funky, it's groove, it's at a good tempo where you can kind of burn on it a little bit, but not, there's a chance to play some blues and all kinds of, and jazz stuff. It sort of fits all of those contexts, so I quite like playing it. One thing I've been thinking about a lot lately, and maybe some of you might have been thinking about this as well, is where is the perfect position to pick? I saw this guy Tom Hess. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but I seem to see his advertising. I have my own opinions about him and the way he does business and stuff like that, but I won't get into that today. But he was talking about the perfect picking technique. And I thought, well, I've been on this quest for a while with it for me. And someone came on there and said, it's Malmsteen. Malmsteen's the greatest picking of all time. And I thought, I don't know. I mean, depends how you qualify it, right? Malmsteen, maybe you could say if you're talking about purely speed. But if anyone has watched my channel before, you'll know that's not the most important factor to me. Speed is only one element of it, right? I mean, and speed really could be just like the ability to play the music that you want to play. If the music you play doesn't really require a lot of speed, then you've got great picking technique for that. Say you were like a country artist and you did a lot of Americana, you're not going to need Malmsteen level chops. It's just not appropriate, right? So I've been thinking about it a lot, right? And my picking technique, I mean, if you see it here, I hold my pick real straight with the string. Like that, right? And I don't angle it like George Benson or any of that kind of stuff. And the main reason is I want both notes, the down and the up, to sound the same. Now, I know some people want the up to accent by angling their pick and all kinds of things like that. But what I found is that, to me, if getting it the same is actually the hardest thing, because an upstroke always sounds slightly different. So I've been thinking about this a lot, like, where is the perfect spot to put it? I rest my palm. Although lately I've been working on slightly lifting it, and also, kind of like when you do this, right, where your hand position would be the tremolo pick. It's a really great video on Tom Bukovac talking about it, about his picking technique, which, the guy's got chops to burn even though he doesn't really use them so much. He's got that facility there when he needs it. So I've been thinking about it a lot too, like where is the ideal position for me to put it, to be able to get the music that I want to play. And one thing I've noticed is some days are better than others. Like if I'm feeling tired and sore, which I am at the moment, I've got a bit of a tummy bug, and so my body's a bit run down, my picking gets worse, my whole chops get worse. But when I'm well rested and I'm feeling well, everything seems to just work easy, because these are muscles, and but let me know where you think the best place to put your hand is and how. I mean, one thing I think about a lot too is about where I pick within the... Sorry, my in-ears are annoying the heck out of me today. Where I put my pick in terms of tone, right? They all sound different depending on which point you do. I mean, I tend to err on the side of warmer, so for me it's like I'll pick kind of about here, kind of closer to the neck pickup. That seems to be a comfortable spot. But of course it's easier the closer you get to the bridge, all that kind of stuff, because the string gets tighter. But let me know in the comments what you think in terms of like how you approach picking. I've seen people talk about, not resting your hand, and then I've seen other guitar players who do that do rest their hand and they can burn. I've seen people keep their hands open. I think Rob Harris was talking about it, where he was going, for rhythm guitar, it's more comfortable to keep his hand open. That sort of thing. Yeah. As opposed to... So that's another thing. And I remember taking a lesson with a guy in Australia, and he said to me, why do you have a different picking hand angle for when you play rhythm as opposed to how you play lead. And I thought, oh yeah. And so he made me really think about it. And that's the key thing, I think, is like think about it and work out what's going to work for the music you want to play and how you want to play it. Because everybody's different, right? And I think that's the thing with where that Tom Hess thing was going, was that it was kind of saying there was a one formula fits all. Do it this way and you get this result. Well, maybe. But also that only works for certain things, right? Some people's music is different, and they don't want to sound like Tom Hess. I mean, I don't like his sound. Do you? I mean, I have no desire to sound like that. So therefore that kind of picking technique is of probably little use to me. Whereas, maybe the way that George Benson picks might be more useful to me because I'd rather sound like that. It's got a much better tone. Or even like in the rock sense, like how Scott Henderson picks, or John Scofield, with his kind of more legato style hammer-on pull-off playing. But yeah, let me know. I've been thinking about that a lot. The other thing I've been thinking about too is like working on some newer chords. So I've been doing stuff like chords like this, I guess you could say it's a sus2. So it's A, B, E, 1, 2, 5. Where would it be there? Brain fart for a minute, because I've used fourth voicings for a long time. Fourths are like quartal voicings are a classic kind of jazz thing that's happened since like the 1960s. But I was thinking, if they add a suspension to the sound, what does a sus2 do? It really just adds another suspension to the sound, doesn't it? Anyway, it's just a few things I've been thinking about. I thought I'd share them with you all today. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe. The PayPal is open for the donation if you choose to. Thank you very much to everybody who has donated so far. I really appreciate it. It helps me to keep doing what I do here. I have not monetized this channel at all in any way. So any donations you make really help to the digital tip jar. Thanks very much. I'll play you out on that same riff and kind of explore a few things. I'll probably play some of those sus2 things this time.